Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. So today we are going to start our class with the topic of marriage and family. You people are uh, able to see the PPT. I mean, it's visible.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, and I'm audible. My voice is clear or not?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. Now,
No, not that much. It's a little bit low.
what are you saying? I'm not getting you.
Your voice is a little bit low, a little bit
1 minute.
echo.
Yes, yes. Give me a minute.
Thank
Give me
you.
a minute. Now it's clear.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, so our today's topic is we are going to start today class with the topic of marriage and family. Marriage is an institution admitting men and women to family life with the implied purpose of parenthood and establishment of a family. The institution has social approval and religious sanctions also. Though various religions have different views upon marriage, the purpose remains the same. It means basically marriage is an institution approved for parenthood and the establishment of a family. It is a socially sanctioned union between men and women for the purpose of procreation and establishment of family. As an institution, it involves certain reciprocal rights and duties. Reciprocal means two-way. The specific pattern of rights and duties distinguish the marriage institution in one society from the another one or from the other one. It means basically marriage is a sort of bonding which is created for parenthood and the starting of a family. There are some functions of families, function of marriage, why marriage is necessary for companionship, you can say, for procreation, for bonding, for mutual respect and understanding also. Now, forms of marriage. Here, I have given three forms of marriage and explain these forms of marriage in one sentence only. Monogamy, the marriage of one man to one woman at a time. It means one man and one woman. They are coming into the institution of marriage. Second one is polygamy. Polygamy means the marriage in which a male has two or more wives at a time. It means one male person is there and he has two or more than two wives. This is called polygamy. Same polyandry, where when a woman has more than one husband at a time. This is called polyandry. Generally, monogamy is a very common practice of marriage in our society. Somewhere we find polygamy also, but polyandry is rare in some part of world. We find polyandry where women has more than one husband. Okay, as we move to our next slide, and our next topic is family institution. The institution of family is a consequence of marriage in several societies. Here, we are talking about family after marriage. A family is defined as a group of people related by blood, marriage, or adoption who form an economic unit, are responsible for the care of children, and often live in the same household. It is considered as the primary unit of society, which is responsible for several functions of the individual as well as society also. Here it means family can be a family by birth and a family by marriage also. What is the main responsibilities of marriage? Sorry, family. Care of children and often live in same household. The main function is economic stability and care of children. Some other responsibilities are also there, but still, we find the care of children is the utmost responsibility, prime responsibility of any family. Relationship within the family. The family is a procreative, childbearing, child rearing, and a status giving group. Family, group of people which we have already studied, right? Group of people mean people who are close bonded, like parents and their children, siblings, grandparents. It is fundamental principle is the bond of its fundamental principle is the bond of kinship, which shows the network of social relationship among the family members. The family group was the first human school, and despite its weaknesses, it has often been considered the best school. Why weaknesses we are counting? Because sometimes family does not have financial stability. They are not able to provide good education to the children. They are not able to provide good living standard, but still it is considered the best school, and for any individual it is the first school. The informal education of an individual begins in the family, where the most effective teaching is done in through it. Means naturally by birth, any infant starts getting love, affection, teaching, and n number of feelings from the family only. Now, the types of families. Generally, in our society, we find two types of family, which I have just mentioned. The family of orientation, which is family into which he or she is born, consisting of parents and siblings. Means parents and their children. Children, brothers and sisters, brothers and brother, sister and sister, or I mean, four members of family, four or five or six, where they have parents and children only. Second type of family is the family of procreation, consisting of the spouse and children. Here, we are talking about a person who is coming to the family. Like initially, we have our parents and siblings. Now, if the boy of the family is getting married and the new girl is coming to the family as daughter-in-law and wife and sister-in-law. So here we are talking about the family of that new member. She is here as a new member of a family playing different roles, and after some time she has she will have kids also. So now she will say, I have four member or three member in my family, me, my husband, and my child. Family after marriage. Okay? Now she has two types of family. One, from where she is coming from, her father, mother, sibling, and another, her own family. Her husband, her husband, and her kids. Now, next point is general characteristics of family. A family characterized by the existence of a marriage bond between a man and a woman. Already we have discussed it. It is characterized by a recognized actual or blood relationship bond between the offsprings of the spouses and the other member of the group, which is at this point old family and a new family. The family groups are distinguished by the possession of a residence or series of residences which are jointly occupied at least occasionally by the members. Here, they are talking about a property where they are staying or where they are residing with first family or extended family. Another point is the family as a group has specific functions to perform. These differ to some extent from society to society. Some of them, which are most commonly found, are the followings. Here we are talking about functions of the family. Number one, protection to family members from bodily harm and illness and care of the invalid and ill member of the family. Here, as we have discussed, the prime responsibility of family is taking care of children. So here, not only children, each and every member of the family, protection of each and every member of the family. Next, training and practice in eating, elimination, reaction to pain, speech, cleanliness, wearing of clothes, and respect for self and others. Again, we get our eating habits from our family. We react to a certain situation. That is our feeling we learn from our family. Speech is language. Cleanliness, about hygiene. Wearing of clothes is how to dress up, what kind of dress we should wear. And respect for self and others means your culture, your values. Next point is socialization of the child and making him or her a member of society. A newborn infant, he starts getting love and affection from parents. They are the first with whom we start socializing. And it is their responsibility, their duty to make that child a member, a good citizen of the society. Next, division of labor according to gender, age, and other specific circumstances. Here, division of labor according to gender, it means upbringing of any child is the responsibility of both the parents, mother and father both. But still, Mother is the first teacher of any child. Generally, if the female member of the family is a housewife, or she is not a person who is going outside to earn, then she has to do the house chores or housework. Same the case with male members also. Sometimes we find that the female of the family or female member of the family is the earning member, or if she's working with any government job, then definitely that is their mutual decision that male member is taking break from the career or from the workstation and taking care of the family. Here, division of labor according to gender, age, and specific circumstances. Here, again, for age, we can take the example of elderly grandparents. If a family has elderly parents, then definitely they cannot take care of a small child, because the small child generally roams here and there. And if they are not in the age where they can do such kind of physical labor, then definitely it is the responsibility of parents of that child to take care of their children also, or kid also, and the elderly parents also, and specific circumstances like in case of any emergency or urgency. Next is the family is vested with the possession and control of certain property. The control of property usually involves inheritance. Here it means a family has a property, like sometimes a land, a piece of land, a house, or any commercial property. So it is the duty of the family member to take care of that property also. Goods and commodities both come under property. Another important function of social care is the protection of its member. It means they have to take care of the family members from social system also. Social system means any wrong practices or any wrongdoings. Suppose there is a society where still they have practice that a girl child should not get high education. It is a very wrongdoing, very wrong practice. So it is the responsibility of first family members to protect their girl child for these kind of wrong practices. They should give equal opportunity and equal rights to the girl child to get higher education. Clear? Characteristics of family, you got it or not? Please confirm.
Yes, ma'am. Getting it, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Next is dimensions of family. Here, within the general framework of kinship, two main types of family structures are prevalent. Number one, the nuclear family. Here, it means parents and their dependent children, means husband, wife, and their children who are dependent on them. Next is the extended family or joint family. The extended family includes the nuclear family and many of its relatives, such as grandparents, grandchildren, uncles, aunts, and cousins. In the Indian context, such families are also called as joint families, as they consist basically of the nuclear family and its relatives, right? So
Yes,
mainly we
ma'am.
have two types of family. One is nuclear family and second one is joint family. Joint family where we have so many family members as our relatives, and nuclear family where we have parents and their dependent children. Pattern of authority. Every family has a different pattern of authority, though they are from different caste, different religion, and different state of any country. Number one, patriarchal family, where male are dominant over other family members, like they have the authority to take decision. They are the decision maker. Okay, that is called patriarchal family, where we have our father or any male member of the family as head of the family. Next is matriarchal family, where female are dominant over other family members. Means a female is leading or heading the family. She is the decision maker. She has the right to take decisions. And who has given these rights to her? All the family members.
Also
So,
about the men or only about the women in this family?
yes, not getting what are you asking?
If the female is dominant over the other family members, right? Is she dominant about all members, also the men, or only about on the women's side?
What do you want to know exactly? What is your question? I'm not
Yeah,
getting.
you wrote there, for example, mother. Yeah, and I not get the meaning. I
Okay,
understand. I
okay.
understand it's a woman.
I'm I'm giving you the exam. I'm explaining it once again. Pattern of authority here means, suppose in any family there are four members: husband, wife, and their dependent kids. Now, if there is any issue or anything related to kids, then who is taking the decision about the kids? It shows the pattern of authority. Like sometimes, generally, we do have both the parents consent about their kids, but in case of any problem, generally, if male person means husband is taking the decision, and most of the time if he is taking the decision, it means they have patriarchal pattern of authority, where husband matlab, means male member is playing the role of father and head of the family at the same time. Clear it?
Ma'am, I
Yeah,
have a question that
more or less.
why always men have to be dominant?
Nay, it is
Like
not
women are
always.
also
we,
capable of
we
taking decisions.
we are here again. We have two types of pattern. One is patriarchal pattern, where a male member is heading the family. He is the decision maker, right? And the another practice where female of the family is heading the family because she is more competent.
Yeah,
Here,
and
we should
here
not take dominant as a negative comment.
and here's my
Here, we should
question: is
take dominant as a quality of that person. Either he is a either a male person or a female person. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
depends only
if
on education of the children or also on leading the whole family. That's my
right,
question.
children are leading the family.
No.
No.
If you speak, for example, one pattern, the man is dominant, right? Is
Yes.
it only depending on the education or decision making for the children, or do he lead the whole family? Means also his brothers or his sisters?
No, here we are talking about nuclear family pattern.
Okay,
Here we
it's
are talking about
okay.
generally this
Okay,
patriarchal and
yeah.
matriarchal. Here we are talking about the first family
Okay.
members, husband, wife, and their dependent kids.
Now I know. Okay, it's
Yeah.
depend. Yeah,
Still,
it's about the
still
nuclear.
sometimes we find uh, this kind of practice in joint family also, where the grandfather is heading the family and he is taking the decision for his children and grandchildren also. Again, it comes under patriarchal pattern of authority. Same the case with if a elderly female is heading the family and taking decision for the family members, including each and every person, then again it is a pattern of matriarchal pattern of authority. We we have both kind of families available in our society. This is nothing related to caste, class, or religion, because every family has its own way of functioning, its own way of working. So here we cannot say that this particular pattern of authority comes from or is in this particular reason or caste only. Though we have more than 75% time we find patriarchal pattern of authority, because all the family members generally accept that the male who is heading the family is competent enough or intelligent enough to take the decision. In number of cases we find that females are also equally competent. Okay, here we are not talking about any wrong practice or wrongdoing or anything negative. Here we are just talking about the patterns of authority. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
As we move to
Yes.
our next point, norms for selection of a partner. Societies prescribe rules that pertain to the selection of a marriage partner, because after marriage a man and a woman, a female and male, come into the institution of family. Then they have certain selection criteria. This is for male also and female also. Here nobody is one up, everybody is equal. Same rights boy has, and the same rights girl has. Number one is exogamy. This is a system where people marry outside their family or clan. Means they are not blood relatives, but they are in same caste. Here we can take the example of Hindu community, where they do not have practice of marriage between cousins. Means they are not blood relatives, but they are in same caste. Endogamy, where marriage within the group is permitted. Here we can take the example of religions where they allow marriage of cousins. This is called endogamy. Sometimes in some
Ma'am, then what is exogamy?
Exogamy is they are not blood relatives. Means here we can take the example of Hindu community, as I told you, where cousins marriage is not allowed. Okay,
Oh, okay.
they have to marry, they have to marry a person who is from outside their,
Outside the relatives.
yeah, outside the, not exactly outside the first relatives, means not blood, they are not blood relatives, they belong to the same caste, they belong to the same community, but they are not from same family group or same clan. Okay, got
Okay,
it.
ma'am.
Ha. Next is pattern of matrimonial residence, means after marriage the kind of residence where the couple is going to stay is known as matrimonial residence. One is patrilocal residence, where newly wedded couple or newly married couple live with the husband's family. Here it means in after marriage the girl is coming to the boy's family and staying with the boy's family, means her husband's family. This is called
Like, ma'am, in Hindi we call sasural.
sasural. Yes. Okay. But
Yes,
sasural
ma'am.
word is for both boys and girls, for both. Okay. Jata, sasural means in-laws place.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And mother's place we call
Okay.
Maika.
No, matrilocal residence. Newly, yes, my mother place is known, my previous family place is known as Maika. Matrilocal residence means newly married couple live with the bride's family. Here, the boy is coming to the girl's family. Okay, but nowadays we have a new concept. In recent years we see more and more couples set up their own house, which is called new local residence, neo-local residence. It is not the bride's family house or not the groom's family house, it is their new residence
They
where
live
they
separate
are
from
going to,
both the families.
yeah, they are separated from both the families. Okay, here we can take the example of any person who is not staying with his family and away from his family for employment. Suppose there is a city or a Delhi boy. Matlab, in Delhi, there is a family. They have son who is working in IT sector and posted in Bangalore. Now, if he gets married, then after marriage, he will go to Bangalore and stay with his wife. So they are not staying with the boy's family, they are not staying with the girl's family, they are staying alone. They are setting up their own house. So their Bangalore house will be known as new local residence. This practice we find in same city also, where parents and kids they are living separately. Okay, so new local residence means husband and wife, newly wedded couple, they are setting up their own house. Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
pattern of matrimonial residence confirm, clear hai?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Okay, okay. Now stability in family pattern.
Sorry, could I ask the question about the
Yeah,
specific words you all use for become? I guess they are from your religion, Hindi. You speak a lot of words, means the
yes.
same like patrilocal residence and so on. Do I have to learn them also? Could you type them
1 minute,
down?
excuse me, your voice is not clear. Please, pardon,
Sorry.
ask it once again.
you all speak a lot of specific words. I guess they are spiritual or belonging to Hindi or whatever. I don't get the specific words you speak of. Um, do I have to learn the words also? You don't type them down. This
No, no.
no.
What is your question? I'm not getting it exactly.
Ma'am, she's saying that
Okay.
the word we are speaking, like Maika and Sasural, she doesn't know the Hindi.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you. I don't know about this
Yeah,
different words.
Welcome.
yeah. Yes, actually, it's in Hindi speaking states we call sasural. Sasural is a Hindi word which means your in-laws place where your in-laws are staying, means your husband's family is staying or your wife's family. For a girl, her husband's family is known as in-laws family, right? It is called
Mhm.
sasural. Same the case with boy. For boy, his wife's family is sasural, means his in-laws family, and Maika is my own family. These
Ah,
are
okay.
Hindi words. You should not study. Matlab, you can get it by English language also.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Now the next point is stability in family patterns. Here, the institution of family is a stable system, and this makes the society well integrated. A successful married life requires a lot of sacrifices and adjustment as two distinctly different individuals are sharing their life. Again, here we are talking about two individuals. We are not giving importance to any one of them. We are giving equal importance to both of them. Other important factors which support a good married life include a satisfactory family income, sound household management skills, a high level of commitment of the partners towards preserving the marriage, and partners having those values and ethical consideration that support married life. The creation of a pleasant atmosphere is a responsibility of both partners. Again, here, a marriage institution or a family institution demands lot of sacrifices and adjustment from both the partners, like from husbands also, from wife also. And it is very important that they should have a good family income, means a secured financial status, sound household management skills. It means they should have ability to manage their housework, their household, both. I'm not talking about anyone, or we are not talking about anyone. Both should have, and a high level of commitment of the partners toward preserving the marriage. It means they should be committed to their partner. Now, adjustments and stability in marriage relates to the following areas. Personal relations of husband and wife. Here it means they should have compatibility. They should have under mutual understanding, mutual bonding. Next, managing family income. It means whatever the both family members are earning, or if a single member is an earning member, then they have a skill, or they should have skills to manage their household within the economic system, means within their financial status only. Social activities. Here we are talking about relationship with society and society people of societies. Means they are performing some religious activities within the religious group. They are performing some corporate activities within their workplace colleagues and peers and co-workers. Here what they are socializing. Social activities are what? Way of socializing. Rearing children means giving birth and upbringing of the children. Mutual friends and families means they have if they have common friends. See, common families are both the families, both immediate family of both the partners are their families only now. And mutual friends means people or relatives they mutually know about. So here adjustment, sometimes your partner is very good but his relative is not, or some of his relative is not good by nature. Still we have to meet them because it comes under social activities. it, they are relatives, they are our extended family. We have to make relations and we have to fulfill the demand of that relation. That is the adjustment of the family or adjustment of the marriage. Okay, next is family disorganization and divorce. Disorganization in the family refers to a breakdown in the family life. Family become disorganized due to different reasons. Here I'm talking about disorganization means a organized family has lost its basic structure. There are n number of reasons and different reasons. Death means death of a family member. Now structure is changed. Suppose again here I'm talking or I'm giving an example of nuclear family. Husband, wife and their dependent children. By death of father, it means female member of the family has lost her spouse, her partner, and children lost their father. Family structure is changed, disorganized. It is not as like before. Next, war. War, you can say family member of a army person or any member of the family who is working in force. So at the time of war, he has to leave the place. And suppose he lost his life during war, performing his duty, again, family structure is changed. Mm. War generally very rare case war occurs. Natural disaster at the time of flood, earthquake, volcanic activity, people lose their life. People get missing. Now again here we use the word disorganization. Now we are talking about divorce. Divorce is an indicator of the
Ma'am, can I
extent
ask you
of.
something?
Yes, ask me.
Like the before
आवाज नहीं आई आपकी? I'm not getting your
Yeah,
voice.
your network lost.
Okay, let her come back. Till then
Ma'am,
we talk
I'm
about.
asking that if someone If someone is
Yes.
dead, then why the family is getting breakdown?
See, family is losing the structure.
Then
Breakdown means,
ma'am, but
see,
I'm saying that it is a part of our life. No.
yes, it is a part of our life. Very true. We are not talking about emotional breakdown. Emotional breakdown can be by any reason, right? Here we are talking about the structure, basic structure of the family. What is basic structure? Husband, wife, and their dependent children. This is the structure of a nuclear family. If we lose one member of the family, then definitely everyone is losing one relationship, na?
But my point is like if someone is dead, then this time we should be together
They are
rather
together.
than breaking down.
They are together. They are living in a same family. They are living in a same house. But here we are talking about disorganization. Disorganization, which means the basic structure of the family. See, daughter is losing his father. Son is losing his father. Wife is losing her husband. Then they do not have one person in their life, one very important relationship in their life. Here we are not talking about bonding or relationship between them. Here we are talking about the relationship of uh, there with the person who is no more now.
We can say
Suppose,
it in a system, it's like a system, and the system moves apart. Everyone have a job to do. The children have to learn. The women have to do this. The men have to do that. And if one died, the father, for example, one piece of this breaks away, and so the system changes over. There is a reorganization in the system.
that's
Or
what I wanted to tell you, that everybody is losing one very close relationship of them, right? Here we are not saying that they should start living separately. No, they are living in a same place. Still they are one family, but they have one member who is no more now. They had one member who is no more now. Here again, structure of the family means equal division of labor according to their role, their responsibilities, their gender, and their age also. Suppose here we have taken the example of father. Suppose there is a family where husband and wife are there and they have teenager kids. Now nowadays teenager kids need more attention, and suppose xyz any reason, they they have lost their mother. Now who will play the role of mother? Who will be taking care of them? Here they have lost one family member to whom they have the closest relationship, right? Now the responsibility and role the lady was performing would be divided in three people now: father and both the kids. They have to take care of each other, but it is a structured changed family now. Getting it? Here I'm not talking about that they are living separately. Here we are talking about a differently changed structured family. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The कहाँ थे हम? Yes, where we are? Yes, divorce is an indicator of the extent of family disorganization. Some of important reasons of family disorganizations: divorce. Here I'm not here we are not talking about disorganizations, means structured change family. Here we are talking about divorce. The important reasons are the changing social context, which emphasizes the right and obligation of the individual to maximize capabilities, to be mobile and adaptive to stress, self devotion, and self determination. Here, it means individual is very self centered. He or she is thinking about her or his own rights. They are not thinking about others. They are self centered. They are self devoted. Next, the
Ma'am,
lowering
like
of
they are not thinking about their children.
they are not thinking about their partner. Mainly here we are talking about two individual. See, divorce is between a man and a woman, or a family, or a marriage. Here we do not include the responsibility of children or parenthood. Here we are talking about two individuals. Here they are thinking about themselves. Here we are totally talking about partners. Okay, the lowering of legal barriers. Law have been changed to shorten the time necessary to acquire a divorce. The current laws provide several different grounds for divorce and even sustain no fault divorce also. Here it means the legal barriers for divorce is lowering nowadays. It means scope of divorce is increased because of legal system. Nowadays, two individuals go to the court and they say that we do not have problem with each other, but still we do not have compatibility means we do not have same thinking about anything, we do not have same kind of hobbies, same kind of culture or anything,
But ma'am, it's natural. Like we don't have to be similar to each other.
right?
It's okay to be different from others.
Right, it is
Then
different to be okay. It is totally okay that you are different to each other, but still it is their choice. They
like their
want to.
mindset is not clear.
Here we are not talking about mindset. Suppose a man and woman, they are into marriage institution, and after some time they realize that they are totally different person, but still they do not have any problem, but they want a partner who should have some similarities, any sort of, like some hobbies should be common, some friends should be common, anything, some passion should be common, but they do not have. Here they do not fight, they are not fighting with each other. They are realizing that the decision of marriage was wrong and we should go apart, we should not stay together. Here it is their mindset, it is their own choice that they are not ready to stay with each other, and without fighting they are getting divorced. So here it means, and here law is providing several different grounds. Compatibility is also a ground. In our previous age or previous era or few years back, compatibility was not the issue of divorce. The issue of divorce, the reason of divorce used to be cruelty, uh, uh, domestic violence. These kind of reasons were there. But nowadays, no fault divorce. It means they are not ready to stay with each other and they are separating, or they are getting separated without any fight. And law is providing.
Just for not having a same same choices.
Right, say they do not have same choice, they do not have same hobbies, they do not have same passion, they do not have same field of working. So that's why they want to get separated, and law is providing the space, law is providing the
It's a
way.
stupid decision, ma'am. I would say it's
It
a
is according
stupid
to,
decision.
see, according to you it is a stupid decision, but every individual have their own choice. Maybe for them
Yes,
this is not a
everyone
stupid.
has their own perspective.
Ma'am. Exactly, ma'am.
Yes, everybody has their
Um,
own choice, their own decisions. Maybe this is not a stupid decision for them. Okay. Now,
if
next
if
point
you
is,
speak about different grounds for divorce, do you have a list? Because I guess they are different to Germany. Is there a list? What kind of grounds will accepted by your law?
not getting, you are asking about Indian system or you are talking about German system?
I talk about your system and the different grounds. Is there a
Yeah.
list in your law explaining what kind of grounds will be accepted?
Yes.
Because I guess they are different to
Yes, we
in
have,
comparison.
in our Indian legal system, we have different kind of grounds for divorce, such as domestic violence, where uh, um, uh, the partners are hurting each other physically,
Yeah.
men and women both. Okay.
Hmm.
Mental
Yep.
cruelty, mental harassment. Okay.
Hmm.
Then extramarital affairs, and sometimes we are talking about no fault divorce. It means they just do not have same kind of thinking wavelength or same kind of working. That's the reason they are getting separated. So nowadays this is also a ground, or this is also a reason for divorce. Okay.
Okay, no fault. Okay, that's the
Okay.
point.
Yes.
Thank
Next
you.
point is, yeah, next point is greater social tolerance for divorced people. Here it means society is accepting divorced people very normally nowadays. Initially, or 10 years or 15 years back, when the divorce cases were there, that time the divorcee person was not accepted by the society very normally. Nowadays, social acceptance or social tolerance is there for divorced people. This is also, but they think that, or society think that marriage is a part of life. If they are going good with each other, then it means their family or marriage life is successful. Married life is treating them well. But if they are not getting their married life good, or according to the norms or according to their choices, then also it's okay. Means married life is a part of human life. It's not all. It's not.
Ma'am, my point is like before marriage they know each other. But after marriage they are saying like we don't have similarities. It's not like
See,
toy.
yes, yes. See, the thing is, knowing each other is a different thing, and living with each other or staying with each other is a different thing. Okay. See, a girl knows a boy very well. We say how long, how how much time they spend together in 24 hours. If both are working, then definitely few hours in weekend. So few hours is not enough to know about each other. And sometimes partner will come to know about the habits of another partner after staying together or after the marriage. Okay. So maybe it could be a reason. We
Man, then
cannot
it will
say,
be like double standard people.
no, it's not like double standard. See, here you can take the example of youth nowadays. I suppose there is a young girl who is studying in a college doing post graduation, right? She gets attracted with her classmate. Okay, now generally they meet in college hours. Here, she knows about her social relationship, how the person is dealing with his friends, but she does not know what kind of behavior he has with his family. Okay, what kind of hygiene habits he has, what kind of eating habits he has. She is not, or she cannot be very sure about it. Same the case with boy also. If boy knows a girl in her college days or from his workstation, then there is a limited time they are spending together, and they have lots of people around them. So, and every individual have has his own and her own qualities, merits, demerits, values. Here we are not talking about double standard or double life or anything else. Sometimes people who have 10 years of courtship, means 10
But
years
ma'am,
of,
before this,
but after 2 years of marriage they are getting separated, means definitely there is something which they are not ready to accept. Okay.
And Sophia, sometimes people can live happy together years over years, and in the society circumstances or in life with other people, things could change. And
Yes.
so people change also, and it could be um, you find out, okay, now it's not matching any longer because I have new values in life because of my own decision.
Yes, very true. So, and habits get changed with time.
yes, that's what my point is. That we
Yes.
should adjust according to the time or situation.
Now suppose there is a family who is purely vegetarian family, right? Husband and wife both have eating habit of vegetarian food. Now if husband starts eating non-veg and wife is not ready to accept it, then adjustment is what? Husband should have non-veg uh, out of the house. Means whenever he is out with his friends or his colleagues, he can eat non-veg, he can take non-veg. But if he is with his wife in any gathering and any occasion, then he should not have. At least he should respect the value and the culture of wives too, wives
Yes.
also,
Mm.
right?
They both should respect their thoughts and cultures as well as.
Culture, right? Here this is the case of adjustment. Suppose if wife says no, you will not eat non-veg at anyhow, in any cause, and husband start liking non-veg, then what will happen? They will, they start fighting with each other on the topic of eating habit. Sometimes it is
Yes,
also
ma'am.
the ground of separation. They are not ready to stay with each other. Here I'm talking about just adjustment
Yes,
and
ma'am.
sacrifices. Okay, now next point is liberalized attitude on the part of organized religion. Here again, people talk about so many things. People talk about their cultural values, moral values, their way of living, everything. And they are very they are very good in practicing their religious custom. And they say in our religion, in our caste, in our family, this is not good thing. Getting divorced is not a good thing. But nowadays, religions or religious groups are also allow people to get separated or get divorced. Liberalized attitude means open attitude on the part of organized religion, means they are accepting that people can get separated on various ground. Okay, increase financial independence of women. Here it is a point of feminism. Give me a minute break, water break please.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Increased financial independence of women. In old age or ancient era or 15-20 years back, women were not financially independent. They were dependent on their husband. Family was running by the earning of husband. So, n number of thoughts.
In some area, ma'am, now also no, women are not independent.
Yeah. So they are ready to sacrifice, they are ready to get adjusted. But nowadays, women are getting equal opportunity in workplace, in education, and they are getting financially independent. So they have, nowadays, they have this feeling that I'm also equal. If I'm working outside or if I'm an earning member of a family, then I will not work at home. They are getting this feeling that husband is exploiting her. They are playing both the role in workplace also and at home also. But same time they are feeling that husband is not playing both the role or he is not working at both the front. So women are taking decision of getting separated. This is a sort of, you can say, sometimes it is necessary for a woman to get out of this wedlock, okay, or out or getting out of this marriage where she is getting exploited, any sort of exploitation, any sort of harassment. It is her right to get separated. But nowadays they are taking it as a matter of ego also, sometimes only, sometimes, not all the cases, sometimes only. Okay, so here, and they are able to take this decision because they are financially independent. They do not to think about the money from where they will run their family. If they have kids and a wife is ready to take the custody of children, then she does not have to think that from where she will run the family. She is financially independent. She is earning enough to run a family. So she is taking the decision to getting divorced due to n number of reasons, n number of ground. Here, harassment is there, domestic violence is there. Sometimes victim of domestic violence also are not able to take the decision of getting separated because they are not financially independent. They do not have any sort of financial or economic support, and they are not from good family background from their father or mother side. That is the reason they are not able to take the decision. So financial independence is also a reason why divorce cases are getting increased. Okay, next is single parent families. Single parents families are those families with children where men and women who are divorced do not remarry, and of women who bear children out of wedlock. Means two types of single parent family are there. Number one, where husband and wife or man and woman they are divorced and they are not ready to remarry. Okay? Here they have custody of the child also. So they are playing the role of single parent. And the second case, a woman who is bearing child or who has given birth to a child out of wedlock, means without marriage she has given birth to a child and now she is a single parent of that child. Nowadays there are some new concept of single parent families by adoption. In today's scenarios, today's world, modern world, we have men and women equal right for adoption of any child. There are some rules, some regulations which they have to follow, but they have right to adopt any child by surrogacy. Here, if a woman is not capable to give birth to a child, then she takes help of another woman. This is called surrogacy. Nowadays, men also give birth to a child by surrogacy, means without getting married, they have right that they can take the facility or advantage of surrogacy agencies or any agencies which are providing the facility of surrogacy. They can take the advantage and they can give birth to a child as a father. So new concept of single parent family. By adoption, here we can take the example of Miss World 1994, Sushmita Sen. She has adopted two girl child. Remember, she has two kids. Getting it or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And the example of surrogacy is another film director, Karan Johar. He has two kids, a boy and a girl, and he got it by surrogacy. He is a single parent of those kids. Concerns of single family structure. Single family means single parent family structure. Number one, financial status. If family structure is changed due to divorce and or by the death of one parent, then it would be concern for the family status or family single family structure, that they are able to or that the single parent is able to run the family or not, means financial status should be strong. Child parent relationship, generally we say that every child need both the parents, father also, mother also, because he has or she has the different kind of relationship with mother and father both. Now if a single parent family is there, then the kind of bond, the kind of relationship, the kind of understanding the parent and the child have, it is also a concern. Social acceptance means single parent family system is socially accepted or not. In case of celebrities or upper class people, it is accepted. But still, in middle class or lower class, we generally do not accept single parent family. mainly in the case of adoption and surrogacy also. And socialization. How come socialization? Generally, when the activity of socialization is performed, then people ask some personal questions also. We talk about family backgrounds. If we meet our if we meet our friends and colleagues and co-workers or batchmates, we talk about their family. What does your father do? Is your mother is also working? You have siblings or not? You have brother sister or not? If yes, then elder or younger, or a sister or brother, which class they are studying. So while socializing, generally a child faces these kind of questions, and sometimes he gets bit hesitant to answer these kind of questions. So again, this is a point of socialization where which is which has concern about a single family structure. Concept of society, as we have discussed so many times, man is a social animal, and being social for man is both natural as well as necessary also. Society, basically, what is society? Society is an organized, interacting aggregate of individuals who follow a given way of life. Now the question is, why it is necessary for a man to live in a society, or why is society necessary for man? Vice versa. Same question in different words. Here we have few answers, few points. Man has his needs and he chooses to meet and fulfill these needs by himself. He can meet them while being a member of society or while living in society. The meeting of those needs is conditioned by the pattern of requirements and behavior that we can call culture. Here we talk about the need of affection. How will we get love and affection? First, by family members, then relatives, then friends. If we talk about family members, living in a family is also a part of society. It is the smallest structure, family is the smallest structure of society, where we fulfill our need of food, shelter, and clothes, and getting love and affection. Next, from the very beginning, from birth itself, man needs the support of others. Initially, he is dependent upon others who provide him help in social and physical upbringing. His overall growth and development is provided within and by the organized social life. This is where the society has its basic relevance. Again, we are talking about the same thing, that man is a social animal, or a social as a social being. He has some requirements, some needs, which are fulfilled by or supported by others. Now, for overall growth and development, we need an organized life, social life. How come? Here we can take the example of school. After the family and relatives, we have school, our first place where we get socialized, where we get people from different background, and we learn to live with them, to get adjusted with them. We develop the feeling of sharing. the habit of sharing with our friends. Next is the society provides the understanding, knowledge, and exposure to a man about his environment. It is in society that men learn to behave, to act, to respond, and to play his requisite role for his environment and for the society of which he is a member. All these factors do not work independent of each other, they have a collective effect. Each factor has its own significance in life. These factors contribute towards continuity, change, and proper functioning of the society. Now it's clear that why society is necessary for man.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Now the concept of culture. Man is the only organism capable of building culture and transmitted it from one generation to another. Culture includes knowledge, beliefs, art, morals, law, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of society. Right? If we talk about our culture, so here we are talking about our beliefs, our values, our customs, our rituals, which we are practicing in our day to day life. And generally, we get this culture from our family, from our parents. It means family inculcated the cultural values to the child, and they have given the knowledge of customs and rituals. They have transmitted the knowledge and culture and custom of their culture to the next generation. Few characteristics of culture are there. Some of them are: culture is a complex whole. It means it is not constituted by one or two elements. Rather, it is a complex one and is constituted by a large number of aspects of life. It means we have different kind of values, different kind of beliefs, different kind of customs, rituals, laws. They all together called a culture. It is a very complex concept. It's not that easy. Next is culture is learned. Culture of mankind is not ins- uh, instinctive or innate or transmitted biologically. It means by birth you are not getting cultural value. It is composed of habits, learned tendency to react acquired by each individual through his or her own life experience after birth. It means a newborn child is learn culture from the family or getting life experience after his birth, and while grown up age he experience all the culture of his family. Next is culture is inculcated. Here, see, experience is what means you are learning of your own. That is your experience. Inculcated means someone is teaching you. All animals are capable of learning, but man alone seems to be capable to a large extent of passing on his acquired habits and behavior to his offsprings. Here, his offsprings means his next generation. It means only man or a human being has capacity or capability to passing on his culture, or to transmitting his culture to the next generation. Means you are teaching to your next generation what is your culture. Culture is social. Habits of cultural order are not only inculcated and transmitted over time, they all are social, like shared by all human beings living together in the society. The habits shared together by the members of the society constitute their culture. It means everything we are getting from our family or we are experiencing in our life. This is not only a culture. Culture is a very social thing. It means if you have habit of sharing, by the help of this habit only, you are able to live in the society. And living together in the society itself says that you must have the habit of sharing. Culture is gratifying. Culture always and necessarily satisfies biological needs and secondary needs derived from it. It also helps in gratifying human interaction with the external world of nature and fellow men. What does it mean? Cultural is gratifying. Can anybody explain? Can anybody explain what is gratifying? Culture is gratifying.
Ma'am, I believe gratifying is fulfilling our needs and giving us, things that we need, like all kind of support and resources. I believe, ma'am, gratifying is, ma'am, sense of fulfillment, I believe.
Yes, correct. Means you are getting
Like
satisfaction
emotionally
about.
dependent.
Tell me.
Emotionally
Means
dependent on
you.
someone.
Yes. What is your question? Emotional depending on someone. Next.
Like gratifying means emotionally dependent on someone.
No, no, no. Gratifying means satisfaction. Means
Okay, okay.
culture is giving you satisfaction. ठीक है? Means give satisfaction or pleasure, that called gratify. The word meaning of gratify is give pleasure or satisfaction. Culture always and necessarily satisfies your biological needs and secondary needs. Biological needs, what? Food, clothes, shelter. You fulfill these, you get fulfilled these needs by your family giving you the culture. Here, eating habits, the way of dressing up, okay, and secondary needs, whatever you have, again, by the first family you are getting it. It also helps in gratifying human interaction with the external world of nature and fellow men. Here we are talking about outside the family. By the help of your cultural values only, you can make a space, a position in your society with the external world also. Same if you
Like
are.
seeing the sky, we feel calm.
Yes, if you are very calm, composed and mannered person, so it is coming from your culture. These kind of qualities, these kind of uh, abilities you are getting from your cultural values. Okay. Next point is Language as a vehicle of culture. All elements of culture are transmitted from one generation to another through language in verbal or written form. Without language, man cannot transmit the culture from one period of time to another and from one place to another. It simply we talk to our child by a medium. That medium is language. Medium of communication is our language, either Hindi or English or any other regional language. We are talking to our children or the younger member of the family about our custom and our rituals. How will we convey the message? By a language only, right? So language here as a vehicle of culture. Next is,
Ma'am, I want to ask something.
yes, ask
Ma'am,
me.
we will not get holidays for puja vacation.
Be loud, I'm not getting you. What is your point you are asking about?
Ma'am, I'm saying that we will not get holidays for puja vacation.
You get holidays for, what is your
Puja
question,
vacation,
Sophia?
puja vacation.
Can you write in message box? I'm not getting your voice very clearly. I think she's not here.
Puja vacations each talking about, ma'am. We got a comment.
I'm saying that we will not get holidays for puja vacation. You are talking about our online classes, Sophia?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, I'm also staying in Kolkata, and generally in IGNU courses, we have classes in weekends only, right? If you do not want to continue uh, at the
No,
time
ma'am,
of
I will
puja,
continue. I'm just asking. No,
no,
actually, I don't celebrate puja.
okay, no, we are not getting.
I
Actually,
need
these see these classes are scheduled almost a month before. Ma'am was not able to convey the message because of some health issue, but these classes are scheduled almost a month back. So that is the reason we are not getting any vacation. And today it's Panchami, I think, right? So we will get vacation or we will get off on Dashera day. Okay?
yes,
Okay. Now our next point is plurality of culture. In any country, we find people having different religions, caste, creeds, races, and above all, following different way of life, having their own cultures and ethnic identities. Such a country is culturally plural. Cultural pluralism is a pattern or a system in which people of different faiths, religion, caste, creeds can all work and live together, retaining proudly their own faith and identity and sharing the common bond of being either by birth or choice. Plural culture means the coexistence of several subcultures within a given society on equal terms. In such a pluralistic culture, the validity of various subcultures is recognized. The people living in different subculture follow different way of life, live differently, and think according to cultural patterns adopted by them. Thus, cultural pluralism also gives rise to the concept of cultural diversity. Here, we are talking about plurality of culture. It means in any country, here we can take the example of USA, UK, Germany, France, or India. We have people from different religions, caste, races, and apart from all these things, they have different ways of life, having their own cultures and ethnic identities. So this kind of culture country is called culturally plural country. Means we have so many people from different caste, different class, different religion. They are staying together. They have some common bonds of being either by birth or by choice. Like in India, here we can take the example of India. We have different religions like Hindu, Muslim, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, Christian. We have these religions, and so many castes within these religions are also available. They all live together and work together. They all have equal right. It means our country is culturally plural. In this kind of culture, we have so many subcultures also. Here, we can take the example of Hindu community. Again, we have Marwadis, we have Baniyas, we have Brahmins, we have Kayas, so many different subcultures people. So we can say that cultural diversity is available here in our country. This kind of living pattern give us the sense of belongingness, the sense of coexistence, the sense of sharing also. Above all, we have one common identity, that we all are Indian. We all are Indian system. Though we are different, we are from different religion, from different background, from different caste also, from different educational background also, from different financial background also. But still, we all are proud citizen of India. Okay, as we move to our next point, which is social stratification. Here you should note down the meaning of stratification. What is stratification? Stratification is the arrangement or classification of something into different groups. Means we are dividing something into different groups. Social stratification refers to a system by which a society ranks categories of people in a hierarchy. Hierarchy means ranked according to status and authority. Social stratification can be defined as the arrangement of group of individuals in hierarchical position on the basis of criteria like wealth, prestige, ethnicity, gender, and power. Because of similarity of their positions in the social structure, they develop a common consciousness of whom they are, what their common problems are, and what should be done to remove these problems. Social stratification is a major form of social inequality. Means the division of social life. The division of social status or division of society is the major form of social inequality. Here, we can take the example of top level, middle level, and lower level. We generalize people, or we divide people according to their wealth or their financial status. In top level, it includes industrialists, businessmen, or civil servants. In middle level, we talk about teachers and service class people. And lower level, we count people who do the job of peon, sweeper, or guards. Here, we are dividing people according to their occupation and their wealth. So, what we are doing? We are doing social stratification. Another concept is concept of class. Here, we are not talking about caste. Caste is a different thing, and class is a different thing. A social class is a group of individuals who have more or less similar wealth. Most modern societies, there is a spelling mistake. Most modern societies have class based stratification. With economic development, class based stratification is becoming increasingly important. Now, few points are there. Class is a relatively open stratification system. An individual with his achievement can gain entry to a higher class and acquire prestige. There are examples of individuals who, by their hard work and achievements, rose from poverty and became millionaires. It is based on intelligence, merit, competence, and achievement of any individual. See, here we can take the example of Dhirubhai Ambani, the founder member of Reliance Group. He used to work in a ship. Then he bought some property and start a business. So by his hard work, he established such a big business empire. This is totally depends, it was totally by his hard work, his competency, his intelligence. Another example is an IAS officer is a son of a rickshaw puller. What he has done, he got a good education, he worked very hard, and he cleared the exam of UPSC. Now became an IAS officer. This is not related to his caste. This is totally related to his merits, his qualities, his intelligence. Next point is impact of class system in India. Class groups influence the behavior of its member. It makes them conscious about their position in society. Now, if people who come under upper class, then they try to behave according to their financial status. We have three classes mainly available in our society: upper class, middle class, and lower class. Upper class, very rich families, industrialists, businessmen, famous lawyers. Middle class, it includes service class people or working people, normal middle class businessmen also, and lower class people who are hand to mouth, people who do not have good financial condition. They come under lower class. Concept of in previous slide we talk about class which is totally dependent upon or depend upon the wealth, property and financial status, and now we are talking about caste. Concept of caste and its characteristics. The word caste refers to a Spanish word casta, which means breed in Spanish. According to Rig Veda, we have four Ved in our Sanatan Dharma or Hindu Dharma, Hindu religion. According to our Veda, we have four Varnas or four hierarchical order. Brahmins means priests and teachers. Kshatriya means warriors and rulers. Vaishya, traders and other common people. Shudra, who does menial tasks like sweeping, cleaning the roads, cleaning the toilets. According to some historians, there are a fifth one also, which is untouchable, and they are not considered as a part of the society. Here we should not use the word are. They were not considered. They were. They nowadays they are the part of society, but in our ancient era or old era, they were not considered as a part of society. Individuals are born into a caste and membership of caste is determined by birth. Means by birth it is decided that which caste he or she belongs to. An individual cannot change his or her caste, but after an improvement in economic status and changes in lifestyle, they can claim to have an upper class but cannot change their caste. It means if you take birth in a Brahman family, then you will remain Brahman in your whole life. Your caste is Brahman now. Same the case with Kshatriya, same the case with Kayastha, same the case with Vaishya also and Shudra also. Here we can take the example of IAS officer Tina Dabi. In 2014 or 15, Miss Tina Davi was the UPSC topper. She topped the exam of civil servant, which is known as UPSC exam, and she joined as an IAS officer. She is working with Government of India. She is nowadays she is district magistrate of Jaisalmer. She belongs to scheduled caste, means the lowest caste, which is the caste which is considered the lowest one, right? Now she is an IAS officer. She has upper class living standard, upper class living style. She is getting so many facilities from government, so many perks from government. She got good education. Both the parents of IAS Tina Dabi are in very good position. They both are working with Government of India, but they are scheduled caste people. By caste, they are scheduled caste and they cannot change their caste. Here, by improvement or after an
Yes.
improvement in economic status or change in lifestyle, they can claim that they have upper class living lifestyle, but they cannot change their caste. Same the case with
One
so many
question.
government officers, so many politicians. They have good properties, good wealth, very good financial condition, but they cannot change their caste. Okay? Any
Yeah,
question?
but if you can't change your class, and for example, you stay in the lowest one, right? And you
Yes.
have had good economy standards, have a good job in the highest class. Maybe
Mhm.
you are a big businessman, but the
Yes.
lowest caste. What about the society? The
See,
society will accept. ac-
yes, society is definitely accepting you according to your class, not according to your caste.
Aha.
N
Okay.
number of industrialists we have in different categories by caste system. They are
Okay.
known as industrialists or businessmen. They are not known by their caste. Here we can take the example of Tata and Sons. Tata, basically Ratan Tata, the chairman of Tata Sons, belong to a Parsi community, Parsi family. They are the forefathers of Tatas, known as the first industrialist of India. Here, they are not from any lower caste or any subdivision of any caste. They are just known by their way of working, their occupation. They are from different religion. They are Parsis, but India or Indian people known him or known the family of Tata as the industrialist of India. They are accepting them. Same the case with n number of industrialists. They are not from upper caste, but they belong to upper class. Got it?
Yeah,
Yes,
just
ma'am.
wondering
Yes, ma'am.
how it works out in the real life if you go to parties or so on. Maybe the upper class meets at a party, everyone good standard, but different castes. Does it make a difference in
That
interaction?
या आंसर कौन जवाब दे रहा था बताओ उनको.
What?
Give me a minute. I have some technical problem. 1 minute, please.
Sure, ma'am.
PPT is visible or not?
No, ma'am,
No,
it's not
ma'am.
visible.
No,
Now it's visible?
no.
Yes, ma'am, now it's
Yes.
visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Ask me your question once again, please. I'm requesting you.
I try to make me a picture of this system, right? The class and the caste and how it works together. For example, someone from the lowest caste have a good job, a well good standard economically, and could be named as someone in the upper class. And now sometimes in society we have parties where people from the same class do a celebration. Maybe the upper class meets. And if I think about, there are people also from different castes meeting on this upper class meeting.
Yes.
Do they interact equally, or is there under the surface a difference because they come from different classes? I'm not
See,
sure. From
if
different
if
castes.
this meeting is related to any business or corporate world or in any industry, then definitely they are interacting with each other equally. Suppose there is
Yes.
a seminar related to human resource activities, and the agency has invited so many corporate people. They do not call people according to their caste, they call people according to their position in the company or
Okay.
in any organization. So here they treat each and everybody equal. But suppose any seminar or any meeting related to caste is organized, then definitely they are calling people from their caste only. In
Okay.
general, nowadays we coordinate with people, we interact with people according to the necessity, according to the needs. We do not talk to the people according to their background.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
got it?
Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you. I get it.
Okay. Now, caste has six characteristics. Again, here we are talking about caste system. Hierarchy. Hierarchy is superior or subordinate relationship between various individuals and groups. In India, caste is the main basis of social hierarchy. Wealth and power are not the determining factors. For example, a Brahmin whose economic status is lower than a Rajput is accorded a superior position because of his higher ritual status. Again, here we can take the example of any priest. Priest, do you understand? Brahman, priest means a person who perform worship for
Yes,
other
ma'am.
people, right? Now, he does not have good economic status or good financial condition, but still he is in a superior position because of his higher ritual status. Clear? Segmented
Yes,
division of
ma'am.
society.
Totally.
Yeah,
No.
segmented division
Totally.
of society means caste are well developed groups with membership based on birth and not by selection. Means you cannot select your caste. By birth, you belong to any caste. The rights and duties of the individuals are controlled by caste council, which exists in every caste. Many castes have their own gods and goddesses that are not a part of larger religious tradition. Caste has a sufficient degree of autonomy in dealing with the issue related to its member. Here it means, suppose any individual belong to a caste of Brahmin, means priest, then they have their own rights, their own duties controlled by caste system. Means the way they have to behave is decided by their caste council. Priest cannot consume alcohol publicly. Nowadays it's a personal choice, but in general we say Brahman should not consume. Brahman, what? Any individual should not consume alcohol, but still I'm giving you the example of caste system, right? Brahman should not consume alcohol. It is not a good practice. Who has decided that? Their caste council has decided that the member of our caste system, the member of our community should not consume alcohol or should not consume non-veg. Nowadays, it's a matter of choice. But in our previous system or ancient era and old age, there is simply rules and regulations for every caste, every varna. Right? Some castes have their own gods and goddesses, which are not part of larger religious tradition. Suppose in Hindu community, we have particular caste that have their own god or goddesses. It is not necessary for people who belong to other community or other religious tradition that they should also follow the same god or goddesses. And caste has sufficient degree of autonomy in dealing with the issue related to its member. Next, restrictions on feeding. Again, it is a very known characteristic of caste system. The exchange of cooked food between various castes is based on specific rules and conditions. It means a Brahman can take food from Kshatriya and Vaishya, but cannot take food from Shudras and untouchable people. Means they avoid taking food from these communities. Next is civil and religious disabilities and privilege of different caste. Different caste and hierarchy have different rights and privilege. The result is that social life is segregated on the basis of caste. Example, Shudra could not enter the most part of temple. Now mandirs are open for everybody. Anyone and everyone can go there. But in our old system, Shudras and untouchable people, they could not enter into any temple or any temple premises. Lack of unrestricted choice of occupation. Membership of the caste is hereditary, and each caste had a traditionally assigned occupation. Regardless of the individual's aptitudes and skill, he had to adopt the occupation of his caste. In the same way, every occupation was linked to a specific caste. Example, in our old days, only a Brahman could become a priest because of his birth in a Brahman family. Now, next point is marriage practice, endogamy. Endogamy refers to the marriage practice in which the members of a group marry from within the group members. Endogamy is an important characteristic of the caste system. Here we are talking about endogamy in caste system means any person who is in the age of marriage, either a boy or a girl, should get married within the caste. Here we are talking about a Hindu Brahman should get married with a Hindu Brahman. A Christian should get married with a Christian. A Muslim should get married with a Muslim. And not only in religion, in caste system also. Hindu Kayastha should get married with a Hindu Kayastha only. Hindu Vaishya should get married with a Hindu Vaishya only. This is called endogamy in caste system. Next is caste and other religions. See, generally, caste system is found in Hindu religion. Mainly, we have whatever we have discussed. This is according to the Hindu religion, but caste system is available in other religions also, like Sikhism. There are groups like Jat Sikhs or Mazhabi Sikhs. I do not know about Mazhabi Sikhs much, but I know about Jat Sikhs. Next, Islam. Islam has four groups: Sayyids, Sheikhs, Pathans, and Mughals. Now, Sayyid and Sheikhs, they are known as the clan of Prophet Muhammad. And Pathans and Mughals, they are treated as warrior or fighters. In Christianity, generally we get three type of people, type of caste system: Roman Catholic, Protestant, and Eastern Orthodox. We do not have much here to discuss about. We just have few points. Like Sikhism have Jat Sikhs and Mazhabi Sikhs. Islam has four groups,
Ma'am,
Sayyid,
the
Shias.
Madhyabi sects are lower caste sects. They are means
Yeah, it's
lower
available.
than that.
It's available with them, but this is not in our syllabus. That is the reason
Yes.
I did
Okay.
not include it. Okay.
Oh, ma'am. Ma'am, I just said you told me that I don't know. Then I said
Ha, I really do not know about Mazhabi Sikhs. Really.
yes, ma'am. In generally, I discussed.
Okay. Caste and social change. Though caste is considered a static system, it has undergone changes because of the force of modernization. Few points are there which we are going to discuss tomorrow. Would it be okay?
Yes, ma'am. No problem.
Okay, fine.
Completely
Tomorrow we
okay,
will
ma'am.
discuss
Yes,
about
ma'am.
caste
Thank
and
you.
social change. Okay? Should I conclude
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Bye. Bye bye.
Bye everyone. Good night everyone.
Good
Bye
night,
bye.
ma'am.
Good
Bye,
night.
Bye,
ma'am.
Good
ma'am.
night,